Imagine this. You're at the airport, sipping coffee, boarding pass in hand. The excitement's real. Then, bam, sorry, you can't board this flight. Your heart drops. What just happened? Yeah, that could be you in 2025. But it doesn't have to be. Stick with me, and I'll make sure you know every new rule that could mess up your trip and how to avoid them like a pro. If you're flying within the US after May 7th, 2025, heads up, TSA is cracking down on real ID. No compliant ID, no flight. Simple as that. So what does that mean? For domestic flights, you'll need a real ID compliant driver's license or state-issued ID. Look for a little star in the upper right corner. No star? No boarding pass. Not real ID compliant? Don't panic. Fixing it's easy. Step 1, check your state's DMV site. Step 2, grab the docs. Passport, social security proof, 2 address docs, bills, lease, easy stuff. Step 3, get that appointment booked ASAP, because trust me, DMV lines aren't getting any shorter. So take a minute, check your ID, and if you need to upgrade, do it now. The last place you want to find out you're missing the right ID? The airport. All right, let's talk tech. Ever wished you could breeze through security without pulling out your ID? Well, that's exactly where we're headed. TSA is rolling out facial recognition and fingerprint scanning across 400 airports. Yep, 400. Less fumbling for your passport, more time for coffee. Pretty convenient, right? And if you're in TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, it gets even better. Imagine walking through security without stopping. No boarding pass, no ID, just a quick scan, and you're through. Crazy futuristic? Nope, it's happening now. But here's the real question. Is it safe? While the convenience is undeniable, privacy concerns are real. Not a fan of facial scans? You can opt out. TSA promises your biometric data won't be stored long-term. Sounds reassuring? But do you actually believe it? Love red-eye flights? Bad news. The FAA is thinking about cutting them back. Why? Less noise, more safety. Sounds great for people living near airports, but not so great for travelers like you. Here's what that actually means. Fewer flights is higher prices. More people scrambling for those daytime seats, especially during peak season. And if you rely on overnight layovers, good luck. Fewer routes mean longer layovers, fewer airline options, and possibly a total rethink of your itinerary. So, what's the move? Book early. Always a good idea. But if these changes happen, locking in flights ahead of time will be crucial. Also, stay updated. Airlines love rolling out surprises. Travel alerts? Sign up now. Nothing's set in stone yet. But if you're a fan of flying while the world sleeps, this might be your cue to start planning ahead. Got travel plans? Listen up. Renewing your US passport just got way easier. No more mailing stacks of paper, no more waiting in endless lines. Just a few clicks online, and boom, you're done. So how does it work? Simple. Instead of dealing with snail mail, you upload everything digitally on the official government site. If all checks out, your renewal is processed just like a mail-in application. Takes about 6 to 8 weeks. But hey, at least you're skipping the post office hassle. Sounds awesome, right? Well, hold up. Not everyone qualifies. There are specific rules, so check first before you jump in. And here's the real kicker. If you've got an international trip coming up in the next month or two, don't do this yet. Once you apply online, your old passport is instantly canceled. That means no backup, no exceptions. If your new one isn't ready in time, you're stuck. So plan accordingly. How to renew online? Step 1. Head to the official government website and double check. Scammers love this stuff. Step 2. Upload digital copies of your required documents. Step 3. Follow the step-by-step instructions. And that's it. No paperwork, no postage, no post office stress. Just a streamlined process that keeps you moving. Keeping up with these changes means fewer travel headaches, smoother trips, but passport renewals aren't the only thing changing in 2025. New visa rules, travel authorizations, and sneaky fees could mess up your plans. Let's break it all down so you don't get caught off guard. You've just landed after a long flight, ready to kick off your trip. But your suitcase? Nowhere to be found. Lost luggage? A traveler's worst nightmare. For years, missing bags have been a major headache for airlines and passengers alike. But now, tracking tech has changed the game. With Apple AirTag and other smart trackers, you can know exactly where your bag is. No more guessing, no more waiting in frustration. Before we get into that, here's something important. Not all smart luggage is allowed. Some airlines, including American Airlines, Delta, and United, ban suitcases with non-removable lithium batteries in checked baggage. If yours has a built-in battery, make sure it's removable. Otherwise, it might not make the trip with you. Now let's talk about what's new. Apple's AirTag has already saved thousands of travelers from lost luggage chaos, and now they're taking it a step further. Apple has officially partnered with major airlines, including United, Delta, British Airways, Air Canada, and Singapore Airlines, to integrate AirTag tracking into their recovery systems. That means if your bag doesn't show up, you can share your AirTag's location directly with the airline. No more waiting on vague updates or clueless baggage agents. This is one of the biggest travel tech upgrades in years, and it's rolling out now. But if you're on Android, well, hate to break it to you, but AirTag won't work the same way. You can scan lost AirTags using Apple's Tracker Detect app, but that's about it. No real-time tracking, no sharing with airlines, no seeing exactly where your bag is. So what's the solution? Probably getting a new phone. Just saying. Bottom line, if you travel, get a tracker. Smart luggage rules aside, having real-time tracking on your bag could be the difference between a smooth trip and a nightmare at baggage claim. Heading abroad in 2025? Think it's just book a flight, pack your bags, and go? Think again. New rules, extra fees, and tighter entry requirements are shaking up international travel, and if you're not ready, you could be stuck at the airport. Europe's got ETIAS authorization coming in. The UK? New travel permits. Digital visas? Spreading fast. Mess this up and you're looking at delays, or worse, getting turned away at the gate. But don't stress, we've got you covered. Here's everything you need to know before wheels up. Europe's always been an easy trip for US travelers. Book a flight, land, and you're in. But in 2025, not so fast. The EU is rolling out ETIAS, and you'll need approval before heading to the Schengen area. So, what's ETIAS? It's short for European Travel Information and Authorization System. Not a visa, but still an extra step. The good news? It's quick and easy. Just fill out an online form, answer a few security questions, pay €7, and boom, you're done. Most approvals happen within minutes, but if your application gets flagged, it could take up to 96 hours. So don't wait until the last second. Once approved, your ETIAS is valid for 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. Oh, and here's another update. As of January 2025, Bulgaria and Romania are officially part of the Schengen zone. That means smoother border crossings, easier travel. Great news if you're planning a multi-country trip. Now, ETIAS isn't in effect yet, but it's coming soon. So before you book that dream trip to Paris, Rome, or Barcelona, stay updated. A little planning now saves a lot of stress later. Headed to London or Edinburgh? Listen up. Starting January 8th, 2025, you'll need an ETA before you land. Think of it like ETIAS, but for the UK. The good news? It's super simple. Apply online or through a mobile app, pay £10, and in most cases, you'll get approved within 3 business days. Your ETA lasts 2 years and covers multiple entries. Perfect if the UK is on your frequent flyer list. ETA actually launched earlier, but only for a few countries. From January 8th, 2025, most travelers from visa-exempt countries, including the US, Canada, and Australia, will need an ETA to enter the UK. And for EU citizens, ETA requirements kick in on April 2nd, 2025. Remember when you could just land in a new country, stroll up to immigration, and get a visa on arrival? Yeah, those days are fading fast. More and more countries are switching to e-visas, fully digital, hopefully less hassle. Take Brazil, for example. Starting April 10th, 2025, US travelers will need an e-visa before they go. No more getting one at the airport. You've got to handle it ahead of time. So how does it work? Depends on the country. In most cases, you fill out an online form, upload a passport photo, submit required docs, pay a fee, and wait for approval. Easy, right? Well, not always. Some approvals take minutes, others over a week. so don't assume it's instant everywhere. Bottom line, check the official immigration site before booking. Some e-visas are quick and painless, others, a paperwork nightmare. A little planning now saves you a whole lot of airport stress later. If you thought vaccine rules were a thing of the past, not so fast. Some countries still require proof, not just for COVID, but for yellow fever, polio, and more, depending on where you're coming from. But here's where it gets serious. No proof, no entry, period. Worse, some travelers have been sent straight back home at their own expense. Thousands of dollars gone. Imagine stepping off a 10-hour flight, excited for your trip, only to be stopped at immigration. You argue, show your itinerary, even beg, but it doesn't matter. Without the right vaccine paperwork, there's no way in. The next flight? Back home. And guess what? You're paying for it. Avoid last-minute trouble. Before you go, check the CDC or WHO websites for the latest vaccination rules. Some places require official proof, like the International Certificate of Vaccination or Prophylaxis, ICVP. Quick tip, carry both digital and physical copies. The last thing you need is a paperwork issue delaying your trip. Noticed how some must-see destinations feel more packed than ever? You're not wrong. Over-tourism has been an issue for years, and now many places are adding tourist and environmental fees to handle the pressure. But it's not just about revenue. These charges help protect cultural sites, ease environmental strain, and fund local projects. Venice, for instance, now has a €5 entry fee to curb overcrowding. Thailand, a longtime traveler favorite, is rolling out a $4 to $9 charge to support sustainable tourism. And this trend is spreading. More countries are considering similar moves, so check ahead before booking. Some fees are built into airfare, others you'll pay at the airport, hotel, or even tourist attractions. It won't break the bank, but knowing in advance helps you budget better and saves you from unexpected costs when you land. Here's a free travel hack most people overlook. If you're a US citizen heading abroad, sign up for STEP, the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. It's run by the US State Department and keeps you updated on safety conditions at your destination. Natural disaster, political unrest, emergency. If something goes down, the nearest US embassy can contact you fast. So, how do you sign up? Easy. Step 1, go to the official STEP website. Step 2, drop in your trip details and contact info. Step 3, sit back. Alerts and updates will come straight to you while you travel. It's one of those things you hope you never need, but if trouble hits, you'll be glad you signed up. International travel is getting trickier, but a little prep goes a long way. And speaking of smart moves, from passport rules to cybersecurity tricks, there are plenty of ways to keep your trip stress-free. Let's get into the essential travel hacks you need before your next adventure. Let's start with the basics, your passport. Some countries won't even let you in unless it's valid for at least 6 months beyond your departure date. Sounds strict? It happens all the time. Imagine booking your dream trip, showing up at the airport, and boom, denied boarding because your passport expires in 5 months. Brutal. How to avoid this? Simple. Check your passport's expiration date now. If it's close, renew it ASAP. Like we mentioned earlier, you can do it online. No paperwork, no post office, just a few clicks, and you're set. Minutes now save you major trouble later. Free Wi-Fi? We all love it, especially when traveling. But here's the problem, it's also a hacker's playground. Public networks at airports, cafes, and hotels aren't as secure as you think. The last thing you want? Someone snooping on your personal info while you check your flight details. How to stay safe? Simple. Use a VPN. It encrypts your data, making it nearly impossible for hackers to steal. No VPN? At least avoid logging into sensitive accounts. Banking, work email, anything that could cost you. And here's another easy win. Keep your software updated. Hackers love exploiting outdated systems, so installing the latest security patches keeps you one step ahead. Let's be honest, your phone is basically your travel sidekick. It helps you navigate, stay organized, and handle surprises. But if you want it to be truly trip-ready, you'll need the right apps. First, Google Maps. No-brainer, right? But here's the move. Download offline maps before you go. No signal? No problem. Next up, TripIt. Ever spent way too long digging through emails for a flight confirmation? Yeah, same. This app automatically organizes everything. Flights, hotels, transport, so you don't have to. Now, let's talk safety. TravelSafe is one of those apps you hope you never need, but you'll be glad you have. One tap and you're instantly connected to local police, ambulances, or even the nearest US embassy. And if you're traveling somewhere with a language barrier, Google Translate. Just snap a picture of a menu or sign, and boom, instant translation. Finally, weather. Sudden rainstorm, heat wave, AccuWeather or Weather Underground have your back. Check the forecast, plan ahead, and dodge the unexpected. Bottom line, a little app prep before you fly saves you time, stress, and last-minute headaches. So make sure your phone's as ready for adventure as you are. Losing your passport in a foreign country? Total nightmare. But if you've got backups, way less stressful. Here's what you do. Scan everything. Passport, visas, travel insurance, all of it. Store copies in Google Drive, Dropbox, or even your email. That way, if something goes wrong, you're not scrambling. Oh, and don't forget physical copies. Keep them separate from the originals, just in case. If you ever need a replacement, having backups can save you hours at the embassy. Aerial shots of stunning landscapes? Epic. Losing your drone because you didn't check the rules? Not so much. A lot of countries don't mess around with unauthorized drone use. Fines, confiscation, even jail. Take Singapore, no permit, that's $10,000 or jail time. Morocco, completely banned unless you get explicit permission from the government. Bringing a drone into a country? That's a whole different challenge. India, Egypt, Cuba, some demand special permits, while others might confiscate your drone on arrival. No approval? You might never see it again. Want to stay out of trouble? Do your homework. Some places require drones to be registered before you land, while others have strict no-fly zones. Airports, government buildings, even national parks. Not sure? Leave the drone at home. Better than watching security walk away with it. Flying to a country that welcomes drones? Great. But getting it on the plane is another story. Drones are fine in carry-on or checked bags. Batteries? Different story. They must be removed and packed in your carry-on. Under 100 watt-hours? No problem. 101 to 160 watt-hours? You need airline approval. Over 160 watt-hours? Not allowed. Same rules apply to GoPros, DJI action cams, and any lithium-powered gear. Thankfully, most drone and action camera batteries are under 100 watt-hours, making them safe for carry-on luggage. Know the rules. Keep your drone. Simple. Airlines are cracking down on carry-on sizes, and nothing's worse than having to check your bag last minute or getting hit with a surprise fee at the gate. So, here's the move. Check your airline's rules before you pack. Most airlines stick to a safe carry-on size of 22 by 14 by 9 inches, 56 by 36 by 23 centimeters, but some budget carriers go even smaller. If you fly often, stick to this size to avoid last-minute headaches. Oh, and one more thing. Always keep essentials in your carry-on. Medications, travel documents, a spare outfit, because if your checked bag takes an unexpected detour, you don't want to be left scrambling. Travel is evolving fast, but with a little planning, you'll be just fine. Whether it's updating your ID, staying on top of new visa rules, or using smart tech to keep tabs on your luggage, knowing what's ahead makes all the difference. So, what do you think? Are these changes making travel smoother or just more hoops to jump through? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if this video helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Safe travels, and see you in the next one.